Nick Calandra is absolutely seething at me, especially after I made this thumbnail, essentially calling him Alyssa Mercante's lapdog. He woke up on the wrong side of bed this morning, saying that he's tired of being smeared and defamed and that he's going to basically clap back. And I guess he made the decision to try to smear me. He made up some stuff that was twisted into pedo allegations, and he knew what he was doing because he was hoping, just like with Smash JT, when he said, go after their funding sources, he was hoping that somebody would go after my funding sources. And that's exactly what happened. Somebody contacted my business partner trying to cancel me based on the allegations that Nick Calandra made earlier today. So if you weren't aware, he took some clips out of context saying that I talk disgusting about women. We're going to replay those, but I covered in my previous video. I was giving my thoughts on the current dating pool at a bar, which is 21 and up. But for some reason, he turned it into me having no business being around children because of how disgusting I talk towards women. That's how these people play. When they have nothing, when they can't take criticism, they try to silence you. They try to cut you off. They don't go professional with it. They go beyond the bounds of being a decent human being. Instead of being like, you know what? The information that they're saying about me is fair criticism because A, I tried to allegedly dox Grums on my Discord. I got Smash JT's website shut down. I've encouraged people to go after his funding, and people like Chris Kindred contacted his place of employment. And I also encourage Alyssa Mercante to contact Smash JT's wife. No, they like to do this dirty stuff. They like to try to cancel, and now I'm the target because I gave my opinion about the dating pool and adult women. They couldn't stand it. They could not stand it. So, yeah, here we go. I put this tweet out, guys. This just happened a couple hours ago that I discovered it. They did this email at midnight this morning. So, 12:30 a.m.-ish, they sent this email. And I said, someone emailed my business partner to cancel me. Wonder who John Doe is. Nice try, Magitech Dad. I have every right to discuss the dating pool of adult women at a bar. Nothing to do with kids. Using put his hands on their children to paint me as a pedo is pathetic. Losers. Now, am I saying that this is Magitech Dad? The only reason why I'm saying that is because you can see the name is John Retferg. And the email is John Doe 84438. So obviously a fake email that was created to send this smear email to try to get me fired from my job. Because they can't take criticism. They can't take being told that they're in the wrong. They're throwing shit fits. They like to take it personal. So you can see this email literally echoes what John Feeps did earlier today, Magitech Dad, which I'll show you guys. I said, okay, gee, I wonder who this is. And he tried to say it wasn't him, but let's just look at it and then we'll compare, right? It says, reaching out as a concerned citizen about one of your trainers going by the name of Spectre or Eric Perez. In this video, he makes some very uncomfortable comments about younger women at bars. At bars, 21 and up. They're all adults. Younger women are not, they're all adults. As an adult, I have every right to give my opinion on the dating pool, and my experiences with adult women has nothing to do with training children at kids camps. But these people automatically always try to go for the pedo accusation. They always try to bring children into it because they're all weird. And then they always somehow try to make it sexual because they're projecting. Right? And they'll find stuff. And if they don't find anything, they will make their own stuff. They will twist it. They will try to cancel you like they did to Smash JT. So Nick Calandra encouraged this. Whether it was John that did this, whether this is Nick Calandra under a fake email, he encouraged this by posting the thing that he did earlier today. So Nick Calandra, once again, spearheads a smear campaign to try to get somebody canceled. Instead of being a video game journalist, writing about video games, writing reviews, he's busy doing this stuff. Even though he claims he's not obsessed, that he doesn't stalk people, it's because he can't take criticism. And it's because of stuff like this that he gets called out. Hands the fuck down. So continue on the email. It says there are many such examples of this behavior on his YouTube channel. And as someone working with children, these comments are highly concerning. About adults, it'd be different if I was making comments about children. Sexual, suggestive comments about children. I didn't even make sexually suggestive comments about adults. I gave my opinion about adult women. And you guys had nothing. So you went ahead and tried to make something out of out of an anthill, a molehill out of an anthill. What's the expression called? I can't even think right now because you guys are so fucking retarded. To send this out and think that you would cancel me with something that I co-own and cooperate, it's fucking hilarious the lengths that these people will go to. So you can see he leaves another time, and remember this one, an hour 39:40 is another section of his thoughts on women. I'm sure the parents of these children would not be comfortable sending their children to a school where a 40-year-old man gets to put his hands on them, knowing he said these things. So he's saying put their hands on them like I'm molesting them, like I'm touching them inappropriately, when that's not the case. That's what these guys are trying to plant out there because that's how they operate. Never mind that these guys support the LGBTQ community that goes to San Francisco and pisses on each other in public like we saw the other day. No, let's make something up about somebody only because he says mean things about Alyssa Mercante and Nick Calandra. That's exactly what it is. And that's why they tried to take Smash JT's website down. So you can see this was from earlier. This is why. This is what Nick Calandra got upset about and tried to paint. I said he thinks this is a gotcha trying to twist me saying little white girls as me being a pedo. I literally say I was at a bar, which means 21 and up. Also, I stand by my thoughts on today's dating pool of modern women like Alyssa that hate men. So here's what he said. Since 8-Bit Eric has made multiple videos about me, defaming and smearing me, let's have a look at what an absolute creep this guy is and his thoughts about women, shall we, using all of his own words. Sorry in advance for putting this on your feed today. As a reminder, Eric runs wrestling camp classes for kids, including young women, and this is how he talks about women publicly online. He should be nowhere near children in any capacity. Again, what does kids camp and children have to do with me saying the dating pool of adults sucks and giving my story that I experienced at a bar? Has absolutely nothing to do with kids, but he also is over-exaggerating that these are disgusting stuff. This was all fair opinion about women. How come Alyssa Mercante could say like all men are enemies and talk bad about men and call them old racist bigots and say everything about it, but you come out as a white knight and try to paint somebody as a pedo? I never painted you as a pedo. Everything that I've talked about was stuff that was shown in screenshots from website articles about your behavior. And obviously it struck a nerve because you can't be professional enough to either deny criticism or accept it. You have to go beyond the bounds of personal and professional etiquette, just like you did with Smash. So, guys, this is twice out of multiple times that this guy, Nick Calandra, shows that he's absolutely unhinged, that he has no boundaries. Actually, 3 times with the Grums allegations, the stuff that he did with Smash JT, encouraging people to go after their funding sources. He knew what he was saying with that. He was encouraging people to contact employers of Smash JT. He also shut his website down. Now he's trying to encourage people to do this, and guess what? It worked because they emailed. And yeah, you know exactly what you're doing. But guys, here's the video clip. I played it in the last video. I try not to get into Tell me if there's anything wrong with my thoughts. Saying this is disgusting is snowflake shit. It's me, a grown man, talking about other grown fucking women at a bar. And he tries to paint it as pedo shit. And somebody else tried to say, well, you shouldn't say little white girls. We'll talk about that in a minute, because that was the worst take I've heard in my life. So let's go on.
Playing roles and playing, games and crap. But with today's dating pool, women are fucking weird, and you have to fucking... how should I describe it? The girls that I do gel with and like, I don't have to play a role or pretend to be something. You know what I mean?
So basically, I said the dating pool of girls right now are weird. Like, I don't play games. I don't play roles. The girls that I gel with are people that I could be myself with. So what's disgusting about that so far, guys? Me talking about actual adults. Somebody tell me. Somebody make this make sense. What is so bad here that it constitutes contacting a place of employment to try to hint that they shouldn't be around children. Somebody explain this to me. Please, make it make sense.
A lot of times I just be myself. Now girls, they live by that whole, I want a man that knows exactly what he wants, and a guy that can make me feel safe, and a guy that ain't blah blah blah. They have all this bullshit, like all these fucking weird standards and crap. Need a man that blah blah, like media, TV, internet, movies. It's fucking literally poisoned the way girls fucking look at love.
So me saying that the media, like the TV, music, TVs, has poisoned the way girls look at love. Again, what's disgusting about somebody's opinion about the dating pool, saying that a lot of girls out there, and you know what? I'll even say a lot of men, a lot of adults. Let's just even switch it to that. The way that love is looked at with today's dating pool is poisoned. A lot of people are pretentious. A lot of people are superficial. And whether you like it or not, I don't give a fuck. I stand by what I said. A lot of these females that are out there do that whole girl boss thing and that, this is what I want. My man better make $500,000 and he better be 6 foot tall. There's nothing wrong with me saying that. I'm talking about adults. But somehow Nick Calandra turned this into me not being able to be around children. Somebody explain this to me, please. I'm totally lost here.
Like, it's so weird and it's so superficial and so fucking fake and pretentious a lot when it comes to females. Not a female hater by any means, but a lot of them are very fucking pretentious when it comes to their expectations and standards, and that's why a lot of them end up being single moms and always crying and feeling like they're hurt and stuff.
So I just said I'm not a female hater by any means, but that's what they painted me for giving my opinion on the dating pool. And I said a lot of them are superficial and they make stupid, poor choices of judgment, which is why a lot of times a lot of it end up as single moms. So somebody tell me where I said anything about children to where it's not appropriate that I be around kids. Somebody explain that to me. Nick pulled that out of his ass. And so did John Phepes, who I'm pretty sure sent that email, which we're going to get to it in a minute. But let's continue.
Because they have no judgment in what makes a real fucking relationship work and tick. I went out.
So now I'm going to be taken out of context. I'm talking about me going out to a bar. Again, 21 and up in Texas. I know these guys have kids at their pride parades where they're peeing on each other and stuff. I'm at a bar with adults, grown adults, 21 and up. Okay? I'm talking about little white girls at the bar. Girls doesn't mean kids. Have you heard Jay-Z? Girls, 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 girls I do adore. And Little John and Motley Crue and Beastie Boys. They've all made songs literally with the title Girls in the name. And I've always said, hey, white girl. White girls, fat girl, big girl, cute girl. Girl is just a term. You guys like to use pronouns and shit. How come I can't use girl as a noun without you guys trying to twist it into some kind of pedo thing? That's what they did. And there's somebody called Wash Your Crack that I should take seriously that tried to say that maybe I shouldn't use the word girl when talking about adults. Fuck off with that. This is the desperate lengths that these people go to. So watch this. I'm clearly talking about adults here, saying that they looked hot in their cowboy boots and short shorts. And this makes me not able to be around children? Weird.
For a little bit. I went out to this bar in New Braunfels, Texas, and it was like all these, like the white girls that like to party. They wear like cowboy boots, like jean shorts, cowboy boots, cute tops. They have that fucking, I'm not gonna say it, good looking little white girls with, the country look. But I won't say the rest of what I was gonna say. We're gonna have a good time.
Good looking little white girls with that country look. I live in Texas. Do you know how many good-looking little white girls have the country look here? Adults, a bar. Somebody please tell me where I said anything that means I shouldn't be around a kid. And please tell me anything that was disgusting. I'm confused here. I didn't say anything sexually degrading. I didn't say anything sexually suggestive towards children. I didn't say anything disgusting. As a grown man, given my adult opinion about the adult dating pool, that was all fair game. But these guys can't stomach it because they have to find some kind of political commentary out of something. They cosplay as journalists, but they're political activists that have to try to find sexism and chauvinistic shit and everything that people do. They're all fucking retarded. All retarded. So somehow out of that, I'm a creep and shouldn't be around children. According to Nick Calandra, somehow in all this, despite them looking through old streams and stuff like that, I'm the stalker, but he's not. I don't get it. Somebody please make it make sense. So I basically called it out. I just said, hey, John Phipps, is this you? Funny. And he denies it. He says, imagine thinking I could give a fuck enough to waste one single minute of my day on this. And I said, funny. You know, wild considering it's literally formatted and similar to what you tweeted earlier. Timestamp and all, not to mention all your other tweets crying about me today. So you can see right here, he said, this time with correct video. 8-Bit Eric talks about women in some of the most worst, disgusting word vomits I've ever heard. Skip to 139:37, the exact fucking timestamp from the email, and see how long you can stomach it. Women everywhere. Cover your fucking drinks when he enters the room. So now he's throwing allegations of me drugging women. He's saying cover your drinks. Where in any of that did I give off the impression that I'm a rapist? So this is how these guys work. They're saying that I'm a rapist. If you watch this video, this was in regards to something that Alyssa Mercante dug up, where Smash JT came to my chat and said that, did I see his thumbnail where he featured a photo of Alyssa Mercante showing her under boob? I was like, no, I didn't see it. I stopped my stream to go look at the thumbnail. I didn't stop my stream to go look at Alyssa Mercante's social media. And somehow that makes me into somebody that's a raper. Weird. But this guy tells me, imagine thinking I could give a fuck enough to waste one single minute of my day on this. Even though he was the one who wrote this. Oh, but no, guys. He didn't fucking send the email at all with the timestamp. Get the fuck out of here. And you can see all day he was just tweeting about it. This is what this guy does. He's one of the most unhinged simps of Alyssa Mercante. There's footage of him having meltdowns, threatening to armbar people. There's allegedly videos out there where people are questioning his military experience, possibly hinting stolen valor. But he's throwing around stuff like people are rapists instead of looking in the mirror. This guy's one of the most lunatic people out there. You can see he said, that's it, bro. Hold her accountable for having video game opinions, you vaguely rapey fucking coward. He goes, my men, women hate you. Hate deeply and poignantly. It's why you're never going to have descendants, ever. They always make it about sex. They always make it about sex. That's what it is with these wokies. That's why they want certain things with the LGBT community, because it's all about sex. And then they're the first ones to try to say that people like me harm children and rape. So I put cries, don't slander people, also calls people vaguely rapey. Women hate me. Okay. And Gerald says, not sure who simps harder for Alyssa, Phipps or Kate Bush's husband. I mean, this guy tries to act like he's some alpha male when he's probably the biggest fucking soy boy on the fucking internet. And, yeah, again, the whole reason why Nick Calandra even did this and why John Phipps is going on is because they wanted to start a smear campaign. I mean, this right here is the smoking gun. Since Eric made videos about me, defaming me and slandering me, let's look at this and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, cry me a river. Admit it that you've done some questionable things like get people's personal information, contact places of employment, encourage people to cut their funding sources because you don't like criticism. That's the issue. I would dare say Nick Calandra is probably the worst person. And none of this has to do with children. None of it. None of it. You can see he goes on to say, I'm sure the parents of the children you get to physically interact with at a wrestling camp would have something to say to you about how you talk to women online. I don't have to twist anything to make you look like the creepy asshole you are. I can say whatever I want about somebody that warrants criticism. It doesn't matter if they're woman or male. And I can say what I want about the dating pool as well. What I don't get is where you translate into me physically touching kids in a way that you're trying to suggest that I'm a pedophile or something. That's wild right there. And if you want to open that Pandora's box, let's go for it. Because I'm just getting started with you, little Nikki. I'm just getting started with you all day. You don't like me making videos about you now. I'm just saying, you're backed into a corner right now, and somehow you think you're looking good in all this, attacking people, making pedo allegations when they're talking about their opinion of the dating pool of adults. Keep fucking crying. And Alyssa Mercante said this whole thing makes me obsessed. Let's show this clip here. Just even though I showed it on the last one, she says this makes me an obsessed creep. Even though this is less than 10 seconds of me on a passing comment from Smash JT about a thumbnail and me just saying, oh yeah, I'm blocked. I can't see any of the shit that she says, right? Listen. Does she have wait, hold on. Is there something going on with her underbobs? Did I miss something? Dearest Abby in the house. By the way, Dearest Abby, shouts to her, a female that watches me. A female that's not an insane, unstable lunatic. One that's actually really smart, intelligent, can think for herself, doesn't live in an echo chamber. Yeah, shout outs to Dearest Abby. So this clip, I guess, was her smoking gun this morning, Alyssa Mercante smoking gun. I'm still trying to process this one, too, how I'm a creep. Victory Royale? Maybe. We got a #1 Victory Royale Fortnite. We about to get down. Get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Just took out Tomato Town. I didn't see your thumbnail today. Hang on. If there's underboob, I need to look at it. Give me a second. So I'm saying if there's underboob, I need to look at your thumbnail. I'm sorry. As a straight man, I'll pause any video game to go look at underboob, whether it's a woman I hate or not. I wasn't trying to get around a block to look at Alyssa Mercante, but somehow John Phipps and Nick Calandra felt that this was enough to try to get my place of employment to cancel me. On top of the other thing about me talking about grown adults in the dating pool, I'm still trying to wonder what warranted trying to cancel me with my place of employment, with my funding sources. Somebody please help me here. Look, literally 10 seconds. And I go to Smash JT's YouTube channel to look up the thumbnail because he said he made it a thumbnail. Where'd you get that photo at? Dude, that's straight up a prison tat right in the middle of her body. 1990? It's a prison tat. The jetpack on my back. Oh, shit. Hold on a second. The jetpack on her back, on the back, is supposed to... I know, it's just like a little back bling character. For Twitter. Oh, I'm blocked. I can't even look at her shit. So me saying, oh, I'm blocked, I can't even look at her shit, means I'm the obsessed one. Meanwhile, she's stalking a live stream from weeks ago and trying to take me saying, oh, let me look at your thumbnail. Where'd you get that photo? And calling her out on her poor judgment of tattoos somehow makes me the stalker and stuff like that. And they think that this is enough to try to cancel me, that I shouldn't be around children because of this. Fucking weird. Weird. Now, I did post this today. Banger fucking tweet. I said, also, I think I speak on behalf of any straight male gamers. I will stop in the middle of any Fortnite match to look at boobs. Oh, no, you got me, guys. Oh, guys, you got me. Somebody call the presses. I stop to look at boobs, and I talk about how women are pretentious in the dating pool. Oh, guys, look at me. You got me, guys. Fucking pathetic. like honestly. Now, continuing on, wash your crack. didn't take kind to me saying that she's slutty. She said, a woman calling herself slutty is not permission to call her a slut, especially pejoratively. I don't fucking know. I fuck this fucking term, right? Do you also use racial or sexual slurs because you've heard them used self-referentially by members of their respective groups? No. I put, being a slut is a choice. Being a race or mental disability isn't. Terrible take here. And this same person was trying to suggest that maybe I shouldn't use girls when I'm talking about it. You see, she says, then stop using girls to refer to adults. When I said, none of this has to do with children. As an adult, I have every right to give my opinion on the dating pool of adults. Stop using girls to refer to adults. I put girls doesn't mean kids. Weird you go right to that. And then again, I show Little John, Jay-Z, Motley Crue, Beastie Boys, who all use girls to describe adult women. It's so weird that they go straight to kids on anything. Isn't it? Somebody tell me that. Somebody tell me where I was a pedo in all of this. Because I'm still trying to make sense of it. Now, funny how girls means underage women, but boys doesn't. When Alyssa Mercante calls people boys. In this, when they twist stuff, when they try to twist things and try to make you look like you're a creep and stuff, they forget their own tweets. If we want to play this game, me saying girls means underaged, while Alyssa Mercante calling grown men as boys. Look, thank you to these strapping FDNY boys for helping my rescue group save 3 kittens. So boys, right? When I say girls, it means underage and has pedo term, pedo undertones. Huh? Is that it? Because when she says boys, does it? I think everyone making vids about me should be giving me a cut. I've turned on tips, boys. Pay up. Sorry, are you being a pedo? No, guess what? Telling people to stop using girls to refer to adults, that's a typical gaslighting technique by all you woke, insufferable twats. That's exactly what it is. People like Nick Calandra, John Phipps, Alyssa Mercante, wash your crack. Trying to say that I'm a pedo because I said little white girls and using girls to insinuate that I'm a pedo, that's gaslighting. That's literally you guys trying to smear and make up shit because you have nothing. And again, funny how that works with Alyssa Mercante and her ilk. Right? I don't understand. Somebody make this make sense. And yeah, you can see Old Man Grimm responding to little Nikki, who's still crying. You can see he says, I have all these morons blocked, which means don't interact with me. That's the point of a block. They make videos, tweets, articles about me daily, weekly, then proclaim I'm the one stalking them. The level of stupidity is off the charts at this point, but oh so easy to point and laugh at. Little Nikki, aren't you the one that has been stalking and threatening people like Grums, Smash JT, and now myself, even though you have us blocked? How come you have us blocked, but you could still engage and poke the bear and make your passive-aggressive tweets, but we can't clap back? You're literally saying, you guys aren't allowed to say anything about me. You're a pussy, dude. You are a fucking pussy who can't take criticism. Then you can see, and then as soon as you fight back, they go back to crying about cancel culture. You literally are trying to cancel people by encouraging them to contact employers, like the email that was sent to my employer today. He says they just want to be able to smear you daily with zero pushback, and the second they get a taste of their own medicine, they thrash around like a fish out of water. Zero awareness here. Zero awareness. Lack of awareness is fucking wild right here. You see this guy says, this guy's straight up creep, another 40-year-old. Soliciting your audience for pictures of women you don't like is 100% something a predator would do. His other streams are just as bad as this. Another one that's been making videos about me as well. I didn't solicit for any photo. I didn't ask for any photo. You're making up lies right here. Literally, if you watch the clip, somebody in my thing says, "Hey, you want to look at the thumbnail I made?" And I looked at it. And I said, "Oh, where'd you get that photo? I've never seen it before." She has me blocked. I can't see any of her shit. But that doesn't fit the narrative of being a creep. Nick has nothing on anybody. That's why he goes to these tactics to try to cancel people, get them fired from jobs, try to smear them. He has absolutely nothing on anybody. And again, John Phipps, I don't hate women anyway. Here's one of the numerous sluts I'm obsessed with. I was mocking her tweet earlier saying, "Thanks to the person who sent me this. This guy's obsessed." This was a banger fucking tweet that got limited, and I think it's great. I'm so happy with myself calling her out on this because her own words, as Smash JT says.
I am smart, hot, slutty, good at my job. I am smart, hot, slutty, good at my job.
She took the time to do that at Summer Game Fest, which is essentially the new E3, to basically be proud that she's slutty as a job qualification for what she does. I never hated that she was slutty. I don't have a problem with OnlyFans. I have an OnlyFans. I don't have a problem with people on OnlyFans. She was the one that tried to come at me with her tweet saying that I'm obsessed, that I'm getting around a block. So I just mocked her. I just mocked her. And I don't give a fuck what feminist is trying to say that it doesn't give me permission to call her a slut. Fuck off with that. Now, Nick Calandra did not like my video I made with him. In fact, he unblocked me just to comment. Little Nicky. So he put, "Can't cancel something that's already failed. I was just criticizing you with your public info and making assumptions about who you are with what I had available. Sorry, bro." So admittance right there that it was a smear campaign with false allegations. Except criticizing people based on their actions and interactions with people isn't the same as trying to label them as a pedophile and trying to contact places of employment. How would you like it if I contacted your place of employment or encouraged my followers to contact your place of employment or your business dealings, Nick? I live rent-free in your fucking head, and I won. I won 110%. Now, Smash JT wrote a banger article titled "Nick Calandra and Crew Began Smear Campaign Against 8-Bit Eric." I suggest you guys go check it out. Share it out. I put good article. Appreciate it, man. Pretty wild the links people will go to create a gotcha. He says, "Stand your ground, man. What they just tried to do to you was beyond awful." And it was very similar to what they did to him, which he talks about it. So looking at this article, you guys can go and read it, but he makes some good banger points here. He basically says that Nick Calandra has recently yet again ignited a controversial campaign against another community member, 8-Bit Eric, who's also known for his contributions to gaming and his involvement in a wrestling camp, his life's passion. In a clear-cut case of targeting, Calandra's allegations focus sharply on Eric's online behavior and public statements about women, suggestion they render him unsuitable for roles involving close interactions with children, particularly young women. Now hearing the surrounding circumstances, one would think Eric was a horrible human being, but taking a look at the evidence presented shows nothing but an attempt at a smear campaign. And again, it shows him saying, reminder, Eric runs a wrestling camp, shouldn't be around children, and the whole Eric's made multiple videos about me. Basically all the stuff showing proof. And he basically runs it back to what he originally said before he took down Smash's website and had people contact this. These guys will never stop doing this unless you go after their funding sources. Right? That's exactly it. It's not just a personal attack, according to Smash. He says, "It's a call to action against my livelihood. This tactic raises several ethical and moral questions about the boundaries of criticism and personal vendetta in the digital age. Engaging an audience to participate in a cancel campaign not only impacts the targeted individual, but also sets a precarious precedent for conflict resolution within the community, not to mention the all too flippant, subtle undertone accusations of pedophilia." So yeah, and he goes on to talk about how I was basically essentially reported. They emailed It's all too expected. Classic tactic to cancel and silence anyone who has a stance that opposes theirs. There's the email. So yeah, basically just mirroring exactly what Nick Calandra tried to do to smash JT, because they can't take criticism at all. So yeah, nice try, but it didn't work. Nice try.